Hello and welcome to the GFA YouTube channel, where in this video we'll be showing you how to put together the Milano and the Monaco chair. As with all our chairs, when you receive your box, avoid opening it with a sharp object, as you don't want to accidentally damage the parts inside. Instead, simply peel off the tape, open the box and make sure you have all the parts listed in your assembly instructions. If at this point you notice you have either a missing or damaged part, make a note of the number found on the underside of the seat pad or the footstool pad, like the one circled here, and report this to your retailer along with the issue in question. We will start with the Monaco chair, so if you have the Milano, please skip ahead to the time shown here to see how this is built. To start, open up the pack of legs. You should have 9 legs in total, 5 chair legs and 4 stool legs. You can tell these legs apart from the fact that the chair legs are longer than the stool legs and the stool legs are taller. For now, keep the chair legs in front of you and move the stool legs to one side. Now open up your assembly pack and take out the chair spindle. Using bolt 12 and washer 13 from the fixing pack, slip these through the holes in the chair legs and screw them into the holes on the metal plate of the spindle. Repeat this for each leg to form the base of your chair. Now we need to attach the arms to the U-frame. You'll notice the frame has a chrome tube which slides out of it. This will be the front of your chair. To ensure the arms are put on the frame correctly, look for the singular hole on the inside of the arm. This will be positioned towards the back of the U-frame. Ensure this hole is at the back on both sides before building. Line up the 4 holes on each arm to the 4 holes on each side of the U-frame, and attach these parts using the bolts numbered 11 from the fixing pack. Once attached, grab the U-frame and arms and slot this onto the spindle. If done correctly, the frame should be able to swivel on the spindle like it does here. At this point, you can also take out the recliner handle found in the assembly pack, and for now partially screw this into the U-frame. Next, grab your seat pad. Look on the underside of it and find the 2 slits. This is the front of the seat pad. If you push the material in, you should be able to see 2 metal prongs. Position these prongs on either side of the chrome end of the U-frame. Then connect this in place by sliding bolt number 16 from the fixing pack through the lined up holes, then secure in place with the nut also labelled number 16. Once that's done, grab your seat back and locate the holes on either side. Now locate the holes on the inside of the chair arms. Lay the chair back facing downwards on the seat pad and line up the holes. In order to attach these together, lift up the flap on the face of the arm and unzip the pocket to locate the entry point for connection. Now take the bolts labelled 14 from the fixing pack and slot this through the arm and into the seat back. Only partially tighten the bolt on one side first, as this should make it easier to line up the holes on the other side for you to then put the other bolt in. Once the bolts have been connected on each side, you can then fully tighten them. Once done, lift the seat back up until it's in the upright seated position. You now want to connect the seat back to the seat pad. Line up the prongs at the bottom of the seat back to sit in between the prongs coming out the back of the seat pad. Then grab bolt and clip 15 from the fixing pack, slide the bolt through both sets of prongs and lock in place, sliding the clip over the groove at the end of the bolt. At the back of the chair you should notice 4 cables, 2 white and 2 black. Connect the 2 white cables together, as this connects the electrics inside the seat back and the seat pad. Next, connect the larger black cable to the handset and the smaller black cable to the mains plug. If done correctly, when you plug the mains plug into the wall and switch it on, when you press the power button on the handset, you should notice the lights will start flashing to indicate the power, the setting, and which body part of the chair is massaging. When you sit in the chair, you should also be able to feel the massage pads working in both the back and the seat. Now that the chair is built, you can move on to the footstool. Grab your footstool pad and lay it out in front of you with the holes facing upwards. To identify the front of the pad, the labels on the underside should be the right way up. Now take out the footstool spindle from the assembly pack and line it up with the holes on the footstool pad. Position it so that the spindle is leaning towards the front of the pad. Use the bolts labelled 11 from the fixing pack to screw the spindle into place. To attach the stool legs to the spindle, take out the 4 stool plates from the assembly pack. Now using bolts 12 and washers 13 from the fixing pack, slot the bolts through the holes on the stool legs and connect the stool plate onto the end of the bolts. Repeat this for all 4 legs. Now just slot the legs onto the cutout slits of the stool spindle and tighten the bolts to then lock the legs in place. Once all the bolts have been tightened up fully, flip the stool upright and it's ready to use. At the end of this video, we'll be providing you with some advice on how to look after your Monaco and your Milano chair. So if you don't need to see how the Milano is built, skip ahead to the time shown here for some helpful advice. Otherwise, here is how you build your Milano chair. Start by taking all the wrapping off the base section of the chair, and make sure you have both recliner handles attached on each side. Once the packaging is removed, we can attach the arms. You will notice that one of the arms has a flap. This is the left hand facing arm. As you are facing the front of the chair, place this arm on the left hand side, lining up the holes on the underside of the arm with the holes on the metal frame. Connect this in place using bolt number 13 on the fixing pack by screwing the bolts through the holes in the frame into the holes in the arm. Then repeat this for the other arm. Next, grab the seat back and locate the holes on either side. You will want to line these up with the holes at the back of the frame the arms are connected to. Once lined up, grab bolt 6, place through the hole in the frame, and screw this into the hole on the seat back. Partially screw in first on one side, and then the other. Once connected on both sides, tighten fully. Once done, you now want to connect the seat back to the seat pad. Line up the prongs at the bottom of the seat back to sit in between the 2 sets of prongs coming out the back of the seat pad. Then grab bolt 7 and nut 9 from the fixing pack, slide the bolt through the prongs, and using the Allen key and wrench provided, secure the bolt in place with the nut. If you're finding lining up the prongs tricky, try pulling the seat pad forward and angling the seat back backwards for better leverage. Once connected, you should notice 4 cables coming out the back of the chair, 2 white and 2 black. Connect the 2 white cables together as this connects the electrics inside the seat back and the seat pad. Next, connect the larger black cable to the handset and the smaller black cable to the mains plug. If done correctly, when you plug the mains plug into the wall and switch it on, when you press the power button on the handset, you should notice the lights will start flashing to indicate the power, the setting, and which body part the chair is massaging. When you sit in the chair, you should also be able to feel the massage pads working in both the back and the seat. Now the chair's complete, you can move on to the footstool. Grab the footstool pad and place upside down with the holes facing upwards. The labels indicate that this is the front of the stool pad. Next, grab one of the base supports and line up the holes on the metal plate with the holes on the pad. Ensure that the metal plate is pointing inwards towards the centre of the pad. Now take bolt 8 from the fixing pack and screw the support into the pad. Then do the same for the other support. Once done, take the circular stool base and flip it upside down so the rubber feet are facing upwards. Line up the holes on the base with the holes on the underside of the supports, and using bolt and washer 14 from the fixing pack, secure the supports to the circular base. Now the footstool should be ready to use. Now that both of these chairs are built, you'll want to be able to get the most out of them. To recline in your chairs, loosen the recliner handle and lie back. We do not recommend that you tighten up the handle in the recline position, as you want the chair to be able to assist you as you bring yourself forward. Only ever tighten the handles while the chair is in the upright seated position. To clean your chair, don't use any store-bought products. All you need is an absorbent cloth and some lukewarm water. Once cleaned, leave it to air dry. We also recommend that you check the bolts are fully tightened every 3 months. For more information on how to look after your chair, please check the description below to see our care guide. And that's that for this video. As always, if you have any problems with your chair, contact your retailer, describe the fault to them and supply them with the number found on the underside of your chair or stool. Check out the rest of the channel for more videos like this, and if you need to contact us directly, our details can be found in the description below.